All right, guys. The real reason everyone hates Cenat. Let's see.
That hit 1 million subscribers in September. It disappeared for 3 months, then came back on his birthday to say he's been struggling.
Hello, everybody. I'm currently on my laptop right now, and I appreciate everybody who's been sending me birthday wishes, as today is my birthday. So I felt like it was the perfect day to be transparent and honest with you guys.
And the internet did something that it doesn't do to anyone else. They questioned whether he's allowed to struggle at all. This is a breakdown of why the biggest streamer on the planet triggers psychological response that nobody else does. Let's talk about it. September 30th, 2025, Mafia Thon 3 ends. Cenat hit 1 million subscribers. LeBron James cuts his hair on stream.
That shit was dope, bro. That was actually hella dope.
Wait, yeah, nigga. That's the last. Wait, what's the last one? The last one. Hold on.
New era Kai.
Last one.
No more dreadlocks.
Last one. Last one, guys. Last one.
Damn. LeBron even did a little pat down.
And then we get silence. No streams, no uploads, just these occasional appearances.
Look at him in
travel vlog. For context,
bro,
after Mafia
Kai's earned this, bro. He built this shit from the dirt. He's earned this shit.
Thon 2, Kai only took 2 weeks off. And after Mafia Thon 1, he barely even took a week off. But this time, 3 full months. And here's where the pattern starts. His absence created a vacuum. And when you're the biggest like Cenat, that vacuum gets filled with speculation. Oh, is he done streaming? Did something happen? Is this a mental breakdown? But then December 6th happens, the Streamer Awards.
Streaming University is the reason why I'm even at this event right now. This was one of the most life-changing moments that I've ever experienced, and out of everything I've ever done, I'm so proud of this right here. And at first, when I introduced the idea of Streaming University, a lot of people didn't understand it at first. A lot of people didn't get the vision. And I believe that the reason why it really worked was because I believed in it before anybody else did.
And everyone noticed the same thing. This is not the same Cenat. Let me show you what exactly changed. Old Cenat, high-pitched energy, bouncing everywhere, loud, constant chaos. New Cenat, calm, fresh, cool demeanor, more articulate, more measured.
It's real. Without God, there is no us. I'm telling you, he has done things in amazing ways, man. I'm telling you, and I'm just blessed.
And look at Ray just kind of standing here a little bit awkwardly, bro. Ray was still finding himself, bro. But Cenat really transformed him into a YN, bro. Ray in 2025, he calling out Iron Mouse. He just, bro.
That being said, you know who did? God did. I hope a lot of creators in here and everybody at home and the viewers and the streamers really take care of your mental health.
Cenat went from being Cenat went from being a nigga to becoming a black man. I'm sorry.
I just noticed that recently I just been going through things in my head, and I was able to, turn to like anime, Death Note, Naruto. Recently,
Death Note, my favorite anime.
Been gone, and I just been able to, find happiness within that. But yeah, as for the word of collab, I want to preach to everybody, like, within our community, us collabing is everything. You feel what I'm saying? So collaboration is everything. And I know this year has been very difficult on the fan bases, the communities, and of streaming in general. And as long as we don't tear each other apart and let that get in between us, we're going to be just fine. So I appreciate that.
Twitter communities be toxic.
He wins 4 categories. And in every speech, he's different. He talks about mental health. He talks about turning to anime during his break. He mentions his dreams beyond streaming. And his friends are noticing as well. Agents said that Cenat had that tunnel vision and was more focused than ever, but focused on something much bigger. But then December 16th, his birthday, he posts a video from his laptop.
Hello, everybody. I'm currently on my laptop right now. And I appreciate everybody who's been sending me birthday wishes, as today is my birthday.
I felt like this was so real. A lot of people are saying it was scripted and fake, but nah. Cenat, like, he's actually, like, he's a real one, bro. I don't think y'all understand. Like, he's actually a good dude.
So I felt like it was the perfect day to be transparent.
And I'm just going to be honest. IShowSpeed would never do this. IShowSpeed would never kind of, like, just talk to his core, like, fan base in this, like, personal way. If IShowSpeed was going through mental health problems, I do not think he would ever, like, share it with the internet. Cenat, he's actually willing to do that, bro. Kai is real no matter what y'all say, bro. He's authentic. You can't hate on him.
Honest with you guys. A few days ago, I spread awareness on mental health and how important it is to take care of yourself. And honestly, for the past few months, I've been struggling with mental health out of self-doubt and fright of pursuing goals that I really want to achieve.
Yeah.
The reason I've really been in my head is because I just wanted to do more.
Okay.
I've gained to realize that I'm a true creator and I'm very passionate about creating. And I have other goals.
And he usually you would say I've come to realize. He's saying I've gained to realize. It's just the way he's talking is so like sophisticated.
And things that I just want to achieve and do more of. And I would love to show you guys what I've been working on for the past few months through my more personal page, which is KC3 Hidden.
All right.
I am going to go private soon on that page, so whoever gets in, but I just want to let you guys know that sometimes it is important to take care of your mental health, and honestly, it's been getting better.
Yeah.
It has, but out of frustration and fear, I just been in my head for some reason. I never had this feeling before, but
Bro, Kai, you have so much time. You already have 40 million and you're only 24 years old, bro. Just relax a little bit, bro. I get it, the fame, keeping up forever, you know, staying relevant, but just even if you lose relevancy, who cares? You can always bounce back. Look at what Kendrick Lamar did last year. Kendrick Lamar, he was out of relevance since Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, but with this whole Drake beef, he's back and he's stronger than ever.
To be known that I truly want to create. And I don't know if I'm getting mature or I'm just looking things at a broad point of view, but I am so passionate about creating in general, and I'm excited to show you guys what's going on.
Dome's Dairy Farm,
That's
they've
nice.
been making this sausage the same way for almost 200 years.
Best sausage that I've had.
That's a ringing endorsement.
Stop taking meeting notes and let ClickUp AI Note Taker do it for you. It allows you to focus on your meetings.
Thank you.
Calm voice, no hype, no performance, just honesty. And that's when a backlash hit. Not because of what he said, but because of who said it. But here's what nobody's breaking down correctly. There are 3 psychological forces at play that make Cenat's situation so unique. And they all stem from one thing. He broke that parasocial contract. Force 1, the 24/7 performer paradox.
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, I know what he's talking about. Yeah, I think I was looping in my head again today. I was thinking in my head and I realized the reason I Show Speed never gets into this BS streamer drama toxicity is because he's always touching grass and he always keeps on the speed persona. Cenat, he's simply amplifying his personality, and Cenat still shares his authentic self with us. That's the issue.
Cenat built his empire on accessibility. Mafiathon means streaming for 24/7, 30 days straight. You're watching him eat, sleep, shower, argue, laugh, cry. That level of access creates a psychological contract with the audience. Really in the audience's mind. They think because I've seen every part of your life, so I know you. But here's the problem. They don't know him. You know the performance. When Cenat disappears for 3 months and come back saying that I needed to work on myself, it breaks the illusion. Because if you really knew him, you would have seen the struggle that he's going through in real time. While he
Exactly.
He's live on stream, some would think, right? But the fact that he hit it just means and proves that there's a version of Cenat that nobody has access to, or the audience never had access to. So the audience feels like it's...
And here's the thing. People know this with I Show Speed as well, right? Like, you guys know I Show Speed in his normal life. He doesn't bark like a freaking dog and act like and do all this stupid shit, right? Y'all know that, right? The reason I Show Speed is never getting hate is because he keeps that character on and he knows not to show his real self with the camera.
Other creators can take breaks and it's fine, but Cenat, he specifically sold complete access. So when he takes it back just for 3 months, let's say, the audience, the people, the community, They feel robbed. Force 2, the success credibility trap. Here's the second force. Every mental health conversation in the creator space follows a pattern. The smaller creator speaks about burnout, they're brave. They encourage them to stay strong. A mid-level tier creators.
Oh, I get what's going on. It's like that. It's kind of like Mr. Beast hate. When you become too famous and too successful, people just hate you, bro.
Speaks about burnout, it's understandable. We know the grind is real.
Yep.
But when a top tier creator speaks about burnout, it's what do you have to complain about? As if they're not putting in work as well.
Yep.
It's sad to say, but the more successful you are, the less credible your struggles
Yup, success erases sympathy. Bro, oh, this guy makes banger videos.
come to the public eye. Academics laid this out perfectly.
Shout out to Kai
DJ
Cenat, man.
Echo.
He's been open recently about his mental health issues. And
Academics?
I've told you guys, like, again, I don't think streaming is a hard job, but when you have to be on talking to the screen, and I get it, like, you talk to the chat and I can see the chat there, but when you're kind of like just, eventually if you do it too much, that's why, like, I think these marathon streaming things, they're unhealthy. And Kai Cenat does it a lot. Like, he'll do 24-hour stream. I'm doing a 7-day stream, a 48-hour stream, sleepover stream. I think that's completely unhealthy for any creator.
Yeah,
While
okay.
it might promote growth because fans, like, they kind of watch their streamers or favorite streamer like a TV show, so they don't want their favorite streamer to get off.
Yeah.
Mentally, after a while, and I said this before, like, we could go look at every creator chat, every creator that was on some insane grind, and Kai is one of those. And I wasn't wishing bad on him, but I was like, I hope, I know that he's gonna hit a wall at a point, and I hope that doesn't result in him crashing out or him just going off the deep end. I think Fuzi did that. Fuzi, he was a grinder. Pause. Like, he was one of those guys who really put in a lot of work. He was doing daily vlogs.
You don't gotta
I could bring up
pause
a bunch
for
of
that,
creators,
bro.
and I just want to, obviously I'm not hating. I'm just trying to show you that I've seen this over and over again.
Marathon streaming is objectively unhealthy. Every day you have creators pivoting away from daily uploads just because they don't feel like it's sustainable. It can definitely be mentally draining. All creators go through burnout, and they all have discussed it. But when Kai Cenat says it, the response is different.
Maybe I'm not rich enough to understand why Kai Cenat is struggling with his mental
I remember
health.
this guy.
Maybe I'm just not in the same echelon as him, and I don't get how a multi-millionaire who gets money from his fans off of subscribers, who just made $5 million off of Mafiathon 3, is struggling with mental health. Maybe I just don't understand what the fuck is going on.
Money doesn't solve literally everything. It just solves 90% of your problems. But there's still that other 10%. Like, how do you view yourself? How do you feel about yourself? How are your social relationships? How is your mental health? Just your way of thinking, bro. Do you have a good relationship with your parents? Are you taking care of your children?
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Maybe I'm stupid.
You've made $5 million from Mafiathon 3. You're a millionaire. What's there to stress about? There are people who are donating to you who have real problems. But here's the reality that those comments reveal. Unfortunately, people don't actually believe that mental health matters. They believe it only matters when you're broke. Once you're successful.
Yeah, I get that's kind of true. I mean, it matters both ways, but it's just like, I see how a young black boy who might be growing up in the frickin' hood, in the gutters of Chicago or some shit, or in Compton, just like a place filled with poverty, is looking at Kai Cenat talking about his mental health when he still has like this insane amount of money at such a young age. I get it. I completely get it, bro. And I'm not saying you should just hate on Kai Cenat, but I don't know. Call me a hypocrite. It's just I see both sides. I really do get why somebody poor who is struggling mentally can look at Kai Cenat, who is able to afford all the resources he needs to better his mental health, and just kind of be angry at him. I get it. But yeah, money will not solve literally every single freaking, mental health problem. It'll only solve about 90%.
They believe that money is supposed to solve it all. And when it doesn't, they assume you're lying. Force 3, the growth rejection pattern. Third force. This is
growth rejection pattern? What's that? Am I?
Most important one. Your rage says something
Most
on
important?
stream that exposes the real issue.
Yo, what is this on the internet? I can glaze any of the homies. Any of the homies.
I heard this.
But for some reason, when I glaze Kai, niggas get on my dick about it. Niggas is in other communities. Something about Kai triggers people, and I don't know what it is. Yo, like the chat troll me if I glaze it, they'll just say D1. But there'll be think pieces about me and Kai if I glaze this nigga Kai. Why? Why is it Kai though? Like I can see the difference when I glaze Kai and if I glaze another one of the homies. For some reason when I talk good about Kai, something behind it, gang. Why? I don't fucking get it. You know what's crazy? Actually, dude.
That's crazy.
And I know exactly when it started, but I'm not gonna talk about it because you feel me? I ain't trying to deal with a cesspool of shit.
He said he can praise anybody, but when he praises Cenat, people start to write think pieces in his comments. Something about Cenat triggers people. Why? Because Cenat's growth threatens the ecosystem. Think about it for a minute. Chaotic Cenat generated clips. The clips generated the drama channels. The drama channels is generating the commentary. Commentaries generating engagement, and engagement generates money for thousands of creators. When Cenat said, I want to read book, watch anime, pursue fashion and film, that's not just personal growth. That's an economical threat to everyone.
Oh, yeah, that's true, bro. I get it. There's so many clip pages dedicated to streamers and just streamer drama and streamers in general. Cenat could be putting people's careers at risk, bro. I guess everybody will have to focus on iShowSpeed.
Channel clipping all of his chaos. They don't believe that the mature Kai is gonna give them the content that's gonna pay their bills. Calm Cenat's not gonna feed the algorithm. The vulnerable Cenat can be turned into a 10-minute drama video. So the ecosystem is giving him that pushback. And for the most part, it's not even consciously. So why did this specific moment trigger backlash? Because Cenat made 3 mistakes at once. Mistake 1, he disappeared on his peak. 1 million subscribers. 4 awards at the Streamer Awards might be the highest point of his career, and he left. Poof. We all know in the creator economy, you gotta capitalize off momentum. Gotta do a victory lap. Milk that success. But Cenat did the opposite. He vanished. Mistake number 2, he came back completely different. Not just physically different, but psychologically different. The energy that made him the biggest streamer, it was gone. Replaced with something much calmer, more introspective. But the audience don't like when their favorite streamer fundamentally changes. They want evolution, and Cenat gave them
Bro, imagine if this shit happened to iShowSpeed. Imagine a philosophical, calm iShowSpeed, bro. I couldn't imagine it.
Mistake number 3, he was vulnerable about the cost. When you're at the top, you're supposed to make it look easy. And Cenat broke that rule. He said, I've been struggling. I'm scared in my head. And that's not supposed to happen at his level. You're supposed to be invisible. And when you reveal you're not, the people feel like they've been lied to because they use your invisibility as proof that success fixes everything. So here's the real answer why everyone's trying to tear down Cenat. It's not about him, it's about what he represents. Cenat's struggles forces everyone to confront an uncomfortable truth. If the biggest streamer on the planet, someone with 1 million subscribers, celebrity access, generational wealth, can feel lost and scared.
Literal generational wealth, and he's only 24. And he already set up his parents. They're great.
And success doesn't fix the emptiness. And that terrifies people because you have millions of creators grinding, putting in the work right now under the belief that once they make it, everything will be okay. And Cenat just told them it won't be. So they reject the message. Not because it's false, but because they need it to be false. They want it to be false. They need to believe that their struggle has a finish line. And Cenat just moved that finish line. But
that's true. Bro, this is a great point, bro. And even I might have been trapped in that thinking for a bit, bro. That's actually such a great point, bro.
What this teaches us about the creator economy. The hate that Cenat received, it isn't personal. Well, maybe some of it is, but most of it is structural. It all ties to the 3 forces. 1, he built his brand on total access, so any withholding feels like betrayal to the audience. 2, his success level erases any sympathy, making it seem like vulnerability could be used as manipulation. And 3, his growth threatens the ecosystem that makes money from all of his chaos.
Shit,
and these
bro.
forces don't apply to any.
This guy has great takes,
anyone
bro.
else but Kai Cenat. Mr. Beast, he can take a break. Speed, he can be vulnerable. Ludwig, he can evolve.
Wait, what? Speed can be vulnerable? Wait, hold on. Let me get captions. What? What's going on? Wait.
Mr. Beast, he can take a
hold
break.
up.
And these forces, his growth threatens the ecosystem that makes money from all of
Wait,
his
how
chaos.
can
And
I
these
show
forces
speed?
don't apply to anyone else but Kai Cenat. Mr. Beast, he can take a break.
Wait, why? But doesn't I show speed stream like? Does Kai stream more than I show speed or what?
Speed, he can be vulnerable. Ludwig, he can evolve. But Kai
I don't even. When's the last time speed has been vulnerable?
Cenat specifically creates a response, or more like triggers a response that just goes beyond normal creator criticism, because he's not just the biggest streamer. He's the proof of the concept for a model that everyone is following right now. And when that proof of the concept starts to show
wait, but how come Kai Cenat is the proof for that model, but I show speed isn't?
Everyone who's building off that model starts to freak out. The real story isn't Kai Cenat mentally struggling. It's that his struggle reveals how broken the creator economy actually is.
I feel like that's only half true though, because based on this, the I show speed, it doesn't have any mental health problems right now. And he's been doing a lot of crazy shit. So, and he did a 35-day stream. He did 35 days streaming, bro. So this argument, it falls apart a little bit. I still think he has great like perspectives on this whole situation and takes, but it's like I can't completely agree with all of them, because it's like, yeah, people are probably scared. Oh, there's content creators who are working to reach Kai Cenat's level of success, and they believe when they get there, everything will be perfect and whatnot, right? Their mental health will be great. But that it really just depends, because for Kai Cenat, we obviously see that that's not the case. But if we look at a content creator like I Show Speed's mental health is still great. It still seems like he's doing just fine. So it depends.
You can hit every milestone, break every record, make generational wealth, and still feel empty. And that's the truth that nobody wants to accept. But that's why they're trying to tear him down. If you want more breakdowns,
yeah, great breakdown.